point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a man, it's Simmons. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Trying to take it back. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line.
Job number one for a defense is to create negative plays, to create turnovers. How about this? Opening drive of the football game, getting the big turnover, setting your offense up in great position, and building some mojo. This defense, that is a picture-perfect start.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Simmons. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
That is an excellent throw by the quarterback, finding the window between the zones and delivering that ball on time.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Coleman. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
You know, that's one as a quarterback, when you see all those defenders around your intended target like that, just throw it in the ground or throw it away. I mean, that's a completion that loses yards. You're just hurting your offense there.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. On the ground, it's Cobb. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. Really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
The Tigers are rolling down the field. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then falling on it for a massive fumble recovery.
Snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Handoff from the gun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Oh, he makes the catch. How about that weight room work he's showing off there as he gets across the 20? They'll mark it at the 22.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
The Rebels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. And the Rebels will keep this drive going.
You can really feel the momentum changing in this game now, can't you? The defense comes away with a massive takeaway deep in their own end. And here's the offense on the 3rd play of this drive, getting the first down and doing it running the football. Everything seems to be shifting in this team's favor.
The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Lee. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. The inside. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Alston. Fights off a defender. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This guy's a game changer at the running back position, man. And don't you just feel like you have to be if you're going to be toting the rock at Auburn? Bo Jackson obviously won a Heisman Trophy. Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown on the same team at the same time. And then Tank Bigsby here in recent years, too. Physical runners, but they also had speed. They were the total package, and I think this guy fits right into that category.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Throwing on the run. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Off to the races. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
At the 8-yard line. 1st and goal.
Cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's an interesting call by this offense, man. Like, they go with the run, try to maybe catch him off guard, pick up a few yards, but now decision time. 4th and medium. Does this offense want to now be aggressive and make sure they go for it?
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. From the left hash, and this distance ought to make that angle pretty easy to handle. And that is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Harris. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down.
Single. Here we go.
He leaves it with his back. Got the 1st down and more. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Tigers bringing the heat the way Andre Bruce did back in the day.
Yeah, and they just find those big, nasty, strong, physical guys that can eat up the line of scrimmage and get after quarterbacks. It's one of the staples of these Auburn teams all throughout the years.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They go to the ground. And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. He's looking downfield to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He's past the 30. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in 3rd and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up 4th down.
Drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Got the quick completion. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunity. opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Line getting set on 2nd down. The play action fake. Right down the middle. Got his man all by himself. Into the secondary on the right. Oh, he's getting ahead of... And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Auburn!
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Diggs. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Complete downfield. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a 1st down. They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things. It makes me come up and use my eyes and play run. And these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind. Knew where he was going with the football the whole time because the big fella, he's always open.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw at Simmons. They'll run the screen. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. The handoff as they run the counter play here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. The Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the right. And they dialed up the shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He stopped a little bit short. They'll mark it at the 38. It's 4th down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll run play action. Pocket breaking down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers!
Well, big-time players make big plays in big games. And on that 4th down, final play of the 1st half, what an unbelievable job making the grab and taking it in for the touchdown. That was huge for the offense, giving them the lead. You just can't do it any better than that.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. That's going to do it here in the 1st half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. And the Rebels will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 15. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn. That's his third touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give is to Taylor. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they force that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Back to throw, it's Simmons. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. Trying play action. Fires to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gets the back moving. Throws it back. Grab near the marker. It's Alston. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The give to the left. Runs through the tackle. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws they usually see big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they usually miss.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. With the catch, it's Simmons. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. The option look. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense has it. They're on the move. Touchdown, Ole Miss. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense and make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fair catch called for and made. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Alston. And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Now the play fake. Bringing the heat. And the timing just a hair off. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Coleman. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle, it's Simmons. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
And the Tigers come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Direct snap. He breaks the tackle. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
This Auburn offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. He's got it on the right. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
By the receiver. Pickup of 12. And first down for the offense.
Here comes Auburn to the line on 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. He has been unstoppable. The ultimate dual threat. Positively Cam-tastic.
And that dude was just so incredible to watch, and that's what he's putting on display. He's looking like that. Just whatever he wants to do, it's working, and this Auburn offense is cooking.
28. Ole Miss 14.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Makes a move. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Keep bringing the heat like that, and you can fall in line with the likes of Derek Brown or Nick Fairley.
Man, I still remember that Nick Fairley season where he put the defense on his back. Cam Newton took care of the offense. but he ruled the defense, making big plays, getting in the backfield, getting after quarterbacks.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. That's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll immediately call timeout. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Motion from the wideout. He'll keep it himself. Fighting off the defender. Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Well, his legs haven't been a big factor in this game up to now. He picks the perfect moment in the 4th quarter to rip off his longest run of the game.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, down to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
From the shotgun, the inside give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
The Land Sharks circling, crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. Looking to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. A designed run for the quarterback. He's not going to make it. What a job on his defense to stop him in his tracks.
And 4th and 2 is a little bit harder than 4th and 1, but you practice these two-point conversion plays every week. It's an important part of the game, so you should have some confidence on the 2-yard line of a play you can run to be successful.
So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. They'll try to power it in. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And the head coach is going to keep going for it on 4th down because his offense responds like that. Your coach gives you the ultimate vote of confidence. Down on the goal line, we're going for it. I believe in you guys to execute and get us in the end zone, and they pay it off. Phenomenal job up front by the offensive line. You love to see a team respond to their coach's confidence.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
From the gun, running back gets to give. Makes it past the marker. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
That's a really nice game. It just would have been really nice to see this from this offense earlier. Now you get to the point where there's a couple of thought processes. Do I build momentum for next week? Do I try to get this offense with the ground game clicking, or do I throw the football every play and try to make this football game close?
He lobs one high down the left side. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Simmons. He's got him in the flat. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the sticks, it's Lee. Oh, out of space. Touchdown, Rebels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They want to throw it. He makes his way into the end zone for the 2, and now they trail by just 13. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. That Auburn offense onto the field again. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Won't back down from anyone. Delivers the blow and gets it to the 29. second and short. Power football with the run. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. They'll move the tight end. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Auburn.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Now on the option. Wide open spaces. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Auburn! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
The running back is going to get the long touchdown run in the stats, but the option was run beautifully. How about the timing down the line of scrimmage? A perfect pitch, and the running back takes it and does the rest. That's why this offense is hard to stop. So many options on so many plays.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The inside handoff. Lots of running room. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
They'll ride the hot hand. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Inside the 30. He's loose. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Taylor. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Off the play fake. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guys bet...
Touchdown, Ole Miss! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. He has been surgical, precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the extra point was good. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Cobb. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge...
It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 6th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Start the game. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Sends it back in motion. Moore to the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Looking for room. It's Hughes. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. That's caught. It's Garcia. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I'll tell you, for this defense, they're going to have to find a way to bracket this slot receiver because of how athletic he is. They're going to need to make sure they've got linebackers and DBs surrounding this guy at all times.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The screen, he can go. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd down, going up top. Catch in the middle, it's Casper. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
and they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Reads it, fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Moore will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Allison Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give out of the gun. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
And the Longhorns come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Grabbed in the middle. It's Moore.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Manning. Throws to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on 3rd down.
Turning it on! All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Back open in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They just keep firing. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
On third down, he drops to throw. Intercepted deep in his own end. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with the pick.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
Gives it on the option. Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. The screen. He's got wheels. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll try to get it through the air. On the run, still looking. Fires on the move. Picked off. What a play to set him up. They'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger and down he goes at the 41.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
With a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Off play action. Rushes on him. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. On target to the left. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
I mean, the great news is he just came up with a huge completion on 3rd down, but the bad news is you're still miles away from picking up this first because of how poor you were 1st and 2nd down. Moving forward in this game, the offense has got to do a better job early in the drive to at least give them a chance to have some success.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. He makes the catch.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
Got a man. It's Casper. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The play action fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Powers through the defender. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
What an unbelievable effort that time by the running back. Great vision and showing off his speed, and now with that big gain, he puts his head coach in a position where he's going to have to make a decision here what he wants to do on 4th and short.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll run play action. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening up, turning on the Jets. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wants to throw. It's Manning. Pressure coming. Makes the catch. It's Wingo. It's a seam wide open. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. They'll try to get it in with the run. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy catch.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll run the counter. Running into the open space. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Moore to the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab inside the 30. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up, and keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Looking left. It's caught. Got room at the 35. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Dropping back, it's Manning. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Makes the grab. It's Wingo. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gets the back moving. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Touchdown, Texas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
This guy is officially a problem. The 2nd receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
And the extra point is good. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Moore will throw. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down. Oh, they knock it free. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's Casper. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
They're going to sit back in zone. I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a 1st down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Here's a heat. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The Ducks are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And we are tied here in the second quarter.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Moore. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. Nice pickup on the return there. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Under fire. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man to the left. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Another big gain on the catch here. Big target out there like a Roy Williams was back in the day.
No doubt. And find your guys, find your matchups. And listen, when you're at Texas, you recruit at a high level. You usually get better dudes than you're playing against. Find those guys, let them make plays for you.
Pulls and fires complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Back to throw, it's Manning. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking to throw on 1st down. Getting out to the supersonic guy. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. He has the 1st and still on his feet. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Moore to the air. Makes the grab. Really putting together a threat now. They get the 1st. It's at the 37.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has, how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
To the air on 1st down. They've got the screen set up. Oh, out of space. Running with pace, changing speed, showing the moves. He's down to the 30.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Makes one man miss. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Sends it back in motion. Now from inside the red zone. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They're working that left side. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down.
Offense facing fourth down.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Touchdown, Ducks! They take the lead with the 6.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here comes the Texas offense. It'd be frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you can tell. They had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll move the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Moore will throw. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
I got to be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen a defense contain this quarterback the way this defense has in this game today. Multiple sacks. They have been so disruptive. Multiple guys up front winning their one-on-ones. And you got to give the D coordinator a ton of credit. He has dialed up the perfect plays in the perfect moments, and they have made this guy's life a living nightmare today.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. That hole closed quickly. He'll get one out to the 6.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. To the air on second down. Using the quick game. And he's still running after the move. Wide open spaces. Lots of running room. Past the 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, the defense has got to be kicking themselves. They had the offense pinned back so deep in their own end. It's one thing to give up a completion, but you can't let the receiver go the entire distance and score a touchdown. Bad job on the back end by the D.
And it's good, and we're tied in the fourth quarter. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stand of the game, and we'll start with a first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. He's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful. It absolutely cannot turn it over.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that 1st down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the 1st down marker. Get in there and get it.
Got out of trouble and throws. Fires to the big fella. Strong, firm tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. On the move, it's Hughes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
He's brought down at the 6 with the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Oregon! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. Riding up to add another. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Finds his man down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Got it in the middle. It's Wingo. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Leaves it with the running back. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2-, 3-, and 4-yard gains in the 1st and 2nd quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive points.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas!
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
The extra point is up and good, and we are tied up in the 4th. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And the Ducks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that 1st down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. catch in the middle. It's Garcia. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
In this offense, they got another positive game, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get first downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on third down, and life is much better. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
Just drives it between the uprights. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
You got to give this guy so much credit, man. It is so hard in practice to simulate the pressure that he just faced. Late in the game, seconds left on the clock, you have an opportunity to kick a field goal to put your team up late in the game, and he absolutely drilled it. What a moment for that young man.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Back to throw. It's Manning. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And this is a big third down for this offense, man. I'm really interested to see how they attack, because this defense, you can tell, man, they're going to continue to play aggressive. Late in the football game, they want to get a stop, get the ball back to their offense. A good chess match going on right now.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man in the middle. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his big tight end. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Grabbed behind the line. It's Baxter. He gets out of bounds, picks up the first down, 30 seconds left. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a great individual effort here in this 2-minute situation. He makes the catch in the middle of the field. He knows he's got to find a way to stop the clock. The only way to do that is to get out of bounds. He uses his speed and his vision, and he's able to elude the defense to save some time.
And the Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Wingo. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Looking for a man. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Defense looks as if it's coming. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Longhorns! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And what a job by the offense, coming up with a huge play when they absolutely had to have it the most. There are virtually seconds left on the clock right now. Big-time players making big plays in big games to close this thing out.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Finds his man. It's Hughes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it down the right side. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. What a show both of these teams put on today. A couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out